babysitting a little monkey. There will be no music or pledge allegiance today, as I had planned on using the show here. Say hi. As your little monkey. But anyway, I planned on doing the show with my computer here, but unfortunately I cannot get a hold of my daughter. She's at school working, and I don't have her password for her internet. So I have to do the show on the, hi Janet. I have to do the show today on my phone, and I really don't have a whole lot of information, but the reason I'm doing an afternoon version was just to, come on, try to build everybody's spirits up, try to get them happy. Hi Michael, how you doing? But as I said, I don't have internet for my computer. I do have the login information for my phone, so I'm going to do the best I can with the phone here today, and we're just going to do some things. But as I said, there will be no Pledge of Allegiance or proud to be an American. But we all know we are proud to be an American, and we do pledge allegiance. And there's a flag right over there. I'm going to stand on my son's wall there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we at least got that out of the way. And I don't expect for many people to show up, but the reason I'm doing early today is I have a weekend that's going to be very, very hectic. I was woken up this morning, not in a way I want to be woken up, but then after I was just starting to go back to sleep, I heard on my bedroom door, and I said, come on in. And it was my grandson, Small Hank. And he said, Grandpa Hank, he says, I'm in a parade tonight in Bradley. Can you come watch me? For his karate or martial arts, whatever he wants to call it. And I said, sure I can. And I got up and I talked to him, and he was just not in a good mood. So I sat there and talked to him for about a half an hour. I went back to bed, and I heard his dad come downstairs, my son, and after Jason, Small Hank, went to school, my son knocked on the door and said, hey, you got a minute? And I said, sure. How am I going to get any sleep? Everybody keeps knocking on my bedroom door. So I opened the door and I went out and I said, what's up? And he says, just wanted to let you know, Jason he's in a parade tonight at 6 o'clock. There's no way I can watch the parade and then get home in time to do the show. So hold on a second, guys. This dog, whenever UPS and that comes around, he goes absolutely nuts. So anyway, I decided to do an afternoon show, and I planned on having my computer where I could have really did a good show, but I don't have it. So it looks like we're going to have a couple people on there. We got 25, it says, but only 2 in the chat, 6 likes. So, I mean, that's not bad, and it'll be up all weekend. And I do something Sunday in the early afternoon, late evening, or early afternoon, early evening, late afternoon, early evening, depending on what happens. But I want to talk a little bit about Bruce. Bruce came on last night, and naturally he had to have Sue and her bundles, and then he had to have Bob and his products. And the thing about Bob's products is they're about this close to being obsolete. And it's really bad when some people want money so much that they'll go and sell products and then come right out and say about these beds how they're going to change everything. Well, why would you want people to stack up on products? Why would you promote a sell on products? Why? Because this company that they're promoting they're getting nervous that they're going to be stuck with all this stuff. They are. Guys, as soon as we go to the beds Everybody will be on the beds. Once we do this, everybody on the beds, I would say within 2 months, maybe sooner. Everybody will be on it. And then we'll start worrying about, hey, maybe we need to go in for a 6-month checkup. You'll be able to get your animals on it. And see, once we get on these beds, once they release these 6,000 patents, then it's game over. It's all good for us. But they just keep promoting this. And I was on last night, and she was giving me play-by-play of Bruce and that. And, you know, and I mean, I'm telling her exactly how it's going to go. Sue's still talking. Sue's still talking. I said, yeah, but it's just about this time. So you're going to see Sue's going to wrap it up. But she's got to have one last say. And the last say, she's going to promote her last sale, her last thing. You know, shouldn't it be a time for all the people to maybe get something free from these people? I mean, let's face it. We're myself, Linda. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. I've taken my medicine. I've elevated my feet. I'm going to go elevate them again as soon as the show's over. And, oh, it did reach 3K. Okay, thank you, Janet. But I've done everything I'm supposed to, medicine, everything. Got 18,000 steps. Linda is my nurse. Thank you for the beautiful picture yesterday, too. But it just, these guys have made so much money. Me and Marianne, we worry. We worry about, is Bruce going to get everything he's got coming to him? And we don't know, because we've heard the hat say that, oh no, if you're using this for financial gain against people who really can't afford it, then you will be dealt with. I've heard him say that a lot. But then again, then all these people come out and sell all these coins that he comes out publicly and says, I do not endorse anything. But then they'll get you to join a new station on Telegram. And when they get you to join a new station on Telegram, they go ahead and they just bring in. Excuse me. Get in there. Go in there, lie down. Hold on, guys. Oh, that dog drives me nuts. He's a great dog, but there's nothing outside, and all he wants to do is bark. So it would be nice if they would give something free. Also, always got with Bruce, as soon as Sue stops, before Bob comes on, Bruce has to go and recap what Sue said. And then before he finishes his, he has to go and recap it again. It's not the Bruce and the Big Call show anymore. It's Bruce and let's see how much we can sell. And guys, I like Bruce. I really do. And I worry about him. I really do. I hope to work with him. But I promise you, if I do work with him, I will tell him my displeasure of what he and his people did. How they took advantage of people, and they have. So that being, Bruce really believes that we're close. But when you're a person doing shows like this, I think it's our job to believe we're close. I really believe it's our job. And that's one of the reasons I came on today. I don't know how long the show's going to go, because I can't check it because I'm live on my phone. As I told everybody, my computer is not. Hey, John, my computer doesn't have the internet, and I can't get a hold of my daughter and get the internet turned on it. But it is what it is. I'll have her put it on when she comes home, and then if I need to do this again, I'll have it. But I truthfully believe we're close. And I was talking to Marianne last night, and I said, you know, Marianne, the hat's going to be out of the country. He's leaving for France tomorrow. And she said, yeah. And I said, well, remember what they said. And she says, what's that? And I said, they've talked all along that when this happens, when it actually happens, when things really start to come down, that he would be someplace safe. He would be out of the country. And France is a good place for him. And me and her got talking, and we kind of agreed with each other that we think that's a good possibility, you know. Now, Ron said Mr. C wasn't on Mark Z today. Something because of snow and that, but he'll be on Monday. And Ron believes, Patriot6, he believes that, hi John, he really believes that this is a good omen. And I think there's a lot of good omens because we all know, I mean, this isn't a hidden fact to Patriots anymore. We all know that the Brunson case has been ruled upon. And by being ruled upon in our favor, that means that everything that we believed for the last almost 4 years is true. That Sleepy has never been, never will be. And it's funny because people will talk and they'll say, he'll go down in history as the worst president ever of the United States of America. And then they come right back out and say, but he's never been of the United States of America. And it's like, enough of the double talk. It's time that we just get this done. It's time that we move, and it's time that we do what we need to do. So I've got a few more things I want to talk about, but I do want to talk to the kids. Super Jimmy, you're posting a lot of things. To be honest with you, my friend, my buddy, my pal, I really wish you would be doing other things to keep yourself busy. Doing kids that 11-year-old kids do. Getting in arguments with your brother, your sister. And Jim, don't hold me to that. You know, I'm just trying to get them to be kids. What you're going through is terrible, but you have a big family, a huge family. And when you post things on our Telegram about your mommy, you know, we all are there for you. We're behind you 100%. But then I see you posting stuff and I go, where did he get this? Where does he know to get this research? He's 11 years old. So I'd like to ask you just for a couple of days, be a kid. Be a kid. But I also want to tell you that I don't think we'll make the end of this month before people will be on the beds. I think we could have them by the end of next week, if not sooner. That's good to hear, John. I have to go to a dance recital tomorrow, a parade tonight, a dance recital tomorrow, and a birthday party tomorrow afternoon. Other than that, I got nothing to do this weekend. You know, so, oh yeah, I do. I got to watch the Bears lose on Sunday. But that's the story. But then, you know, Patriot 11, we're not giving up on you. We know you're there. We know things are hopefully good. Because, buddy, I need to get you back in and built the gallows too. Yes, Janet, I like your way of thinking. There's a lot of them around that house that's white. But Patriot 11, you know, get in touch with us. Have Grandma get in touch with us. I just hope and pray everything's okay. Patriot Boogie, Boogs, Boogaloo, and Boogaroo. Grandpa John's on here, and I thank everybody who came on. I mean, I'm shocked that there's only a few people in chat because it says there's 87 people on here right now. So, I mean, I'm really amazed that 87 people's on here. I really wish I had my computer where I could really go into things, but this is going to give us a chance to just talk a little bit and go over the things we need to go over. Patriot Princess, our queen, and Patriot Hunter, her brother. You know how much I care for you kids and how great I think you are with your unbelievable grandma. And go Buckeyes. Oh, by the way, Jana, if you come on or if you watch us, I got a friend of mine on Facebook, and he's a big-time Michigan fan. And he made a comment yesterday about Ohio State. And by the time I got done with him, he said, well, I guess I shouldn't have said that. I mean, you know, here's a team, cutting a team down that's got a chance to win a national championship, even though they just lost to Michigan. Michigan's got no chance of nothing because they're only one of not even a handful of teams that's ever won a national championship one year and not qualified for a bowl game the next year. And boy, when I let him have it on that, it was like he said, "Well, I guess I better pull my pants up and walk away because you just took me down right there." And it's true. I mean, what kind of coaching do you have that you let bad teams, really, really bad teams, have beat Michigan this year, and you let a bad team beat you, but then you turn around and you beat maybe the best team in the country? That loss might have been the best thing for, because they were starting to get that era about them that they're unbeatable. I guess Ron finally must have just got the thing. He's starting to send the link out. But anyway, um, let's see where we're at. Patriot Leona and Patriot Leilana. As I say to my little granddaughter, Patriot Kira, who we will be celebrating her second birthday tomorrow. Her birthday isn't until the 13th, but they want to get a bunch of people together at the Legion in Herscher, and we're going to celebrate. So, Myrna and Diane, if you feel like the Legion again, 2:00 tomorrow, we're having a little party. But no, it's Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Riot. You know how much I feel about your mom, and she's raised 2 kids. And you guys, when you sent me that audio message that one day, it really, really helped me. And then I got a super gymnast who I got to be at the bus stop at 3:30 to pick her up, and I'm going to make sure I'm there early because it is cold here, and I'm not letting her stand out in the cold, and probably take her to the Dairy Queen, her and the little monkey. And they complain so much about it's cold, but the first thing she'll say to me is, "Papa, can we go get a Dairy Queen?" And she knows that she has me in the palm of her hand, and we'll probably do it. Me and the little monkey, when I picked her up at school today, I got her in a car seat and buckled in, and she looks at me and she says, "What are we both doing this for?" And I said, "Because you got to buckle in. We're going to Kankakee." And she said, "Why?" And she said, "Never mind. We're going to get lunch, and me and you's going to take lunch to Uncle Ron, and we're going to have lunch, aren't we?" And I said, "Yep." So we did that, but I'll pick Ella up, and she had a bad day at school yesterday, and I think her dad had an even worse day at work. And I wanted to talk to Ella last night, but her dad was here, and she don't want to talk around her mom and dad when she has a bad day. She talks to me, so I'll talk to her tonight. Patriot 7, he's all worried because they had assigned seats on buses, and now all of a sudden, I'll call it like it is, the jerk bus driver that they got, and she is. I'm sorry, I call a spade a spade. I call a butthole, and I mean, she has no business driving a bus. She has no clue of how to treat kids. When the oldest kid on a bus is in the 3rd grade, maybe she might have 1 or 2 4th graders. When that's the oldest kid, you gotta know kids. And she doesn't. She does it for the money because, see, now when I was in school, a bus driver got $10 if they did morning and night. That's what they made, $10 a day if they did morning and night. If they just did morning or they just did night, they got $5. If you had anything to do with the school, teacher, janitor, anything, if you did not have something after school to do, you had to be a bus driver. You had to be a bus driver in the morning. There was no go hiring people off street. I was at a 4th of July party 2 years ago. My sister-in-law is a bus driver, and they was talking about going out on a strike because they was only making $28.50 an hour. Are you kidding me? And then the bus drivers cry about how they do this and how they do that. You know what? I am so ready to go to the new school systems. I am so ready to do what we're going to do and just shut some of these people up because they don't deserve what they're getting. Mac McCrae, welcome. Are you new? McCrary. Wait, but anyway. So, Patriot Small Hank is in a parade tonight. That's why I'm doing the show today. And Patriot Little Monkey, you've seen her just a little bit ago. She's in watching Gabby. I'll go in and cuddle up with her for a few minutes before we go get Ella. So that pretty much covers the kids, guys. If I missed any kids, I'm sorry. But where are we at? Myself personally, and this is coming from me, and I know when people watch this, I'll get feedback on this because I am a positive person. I'm not a negative person. I try to stay really, really positive. And where I think we're at right now is closer than we have ever been in all this time we've been doing this. And I know people's going to say, oh, you say that all the time. I say that all the time on Friday. Well, I'm going to continue saying it till I don't have a show on a Friday. And one of the reasons I want to share with you guys is the other day, Wolverine, because he's under an NDA and you see him more now than we used to. I think Wolverine, I'm not sure if he's under an NDA or if he just got tired of saying things and nothing ever come true. And, but anyway, he stated that we would have a very, very Merry Christmas. He states a lot of things, and I believe we will. I mean, I'm preparing for Christmas the same way as I always do. And I know my grandkids are going to be very happy. I know my daughter is going to be very happy. My son is the type of person, he makes a lot of money. So if he wants something, he just goes out and gets it. Hi, Myrna. He just goes out and gets it. So, I mean, he'll have a great Christmas because of what he's doing for his kids. And he showed me what he got. Liam, Patriot7. Liam has got to go get his haircut tonight. But one of the reasons I'm very optimistic is I went to Banknote World. I went to other places and got currencies. And guys, Ron and myself, along with our brother Russ, and we always include our brother Russ, even though of everything that we bought, he's only been in on one transaction, but it made him a partner. And at a time where money was tight for all of us, I mean, it was almost impossible for me after my divorce. So Ron had put some money up for some dinar. And we told him what he was looking to do was get enough to each one of us got a couple $100,000. That's all we wanted. Hi, Bill. That's all we wanted, a couple $100,000. We could pay our bills off. We didn't even know nothing about the big N. We didn't know nothing about the big G. Didn't know nothing about the hat. Had a chance to buy Bitcoin back then for a half a. And now the other day, it goes over $100,000, which I want to thank the hat for making me look like a total idiot on that. Not because I didn't buy it, but about 3 months ago, the hat, when Bitcoin went down to like 17 or 18,000, down. Yeah. When it went down to about 17 or 18,000, he came out and made a statement Bitcoin would be going away very, very soon. So I'm talking to my friends that I knew had Bitcoin. I'm saying, sell, sell, sell. Thank goodness none of them listened to me. They thought I was an idiot. And they proved it right. I was an idiot because I listened to the hat who said it was going to go literally bankrupt. It was going to disappear. It wasn't even going to be one. And then this was 3 months ago or 4 months ago. Then just a short time ago, he does a conference on cryptocurrency and now says Bitcoin's going to be one of the greatest ones ever. And it goes over 100,000 for one. At a half a penny a piece, if me and Ron would have just invested $10, we'd be set for 50 lifetimes. We could help everybody that we know, not just with a little money, but with a million. But we didn't. We started buying currency. We have currency in 12 different countries. We have a lot of currency. But I bought some dragon bonds about 2.5 weeks ago. Plenty of time to get them here. They were supposed to be here in 3 to 4 days. In 2.5 days, they were sitting in Chicago at the main place in Chicago where the mill is. which is unusual because usually the mail that comes to us in Buckingham comes through Champaign. They're sitting there. And then all of a sudden it's out for the next destination. Arrival unknown. And it just kept doing that for 3 days. And on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, it says the same thing. So I start checking. I get in touch with the guy I bought them from. He said, Ralph, give it till the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Let's give it a little time. If not, I'll replace it and I'll get it sent out to you. I said, okay, I'll do that. He's very nice. Didn't get it. I think it was 2 days or 3 days ago. I got a message from him. He said, Ralph, he said, I finally tracked down your first package. It went from Chicago to Africa. He has no idea why. They have no idea why. It went to Africa, but he's already sent me a set out, and I should receive it tomorrow. If the other one ever gets to me, now, the Dragon Bonds, there's a lot of them that are fake. But from what we're hearing, Ron and myself, Ron actually heard it and shared it with me. What we're hearing about the Dragon Bonds, if you bought some, and they are fake, they're still going to honor them. I mean, I don't even know what the amount is. I got 10 bonds that are worth even more than quadrillion, each one of them. The man says to me yesterday, when he checked in with me, he says to me yesterday, he says, Ralph, he says, if we would just to get 1 dime for every dollar, just on these bonds, it doesn't matter what else we have. And then he asked me how many other bonds, how many other currencies I had. And I told him, he said, oh my goodness. He said, I got about 8. But he said, if we just get 1 dime, we'd have more money than we could ever count. We could sit and count it all day long, we'd have more money. I said to him, I said, if we'd get 1/4 of a penny, we'd have that. But he told me, he says, don't worry about getting yours. You'll get them. He says, but what he's hearing, now he's the first person I've ever bought from that have said anything about cashing them in. First, if we get a dime, then me saying a penny, 1/4 of a penny, and him agreeing. But he said from what he's hearing, the 10th or the 11th is the day that he's heard we're going to get our meetings to go in and cash in. This is coming from a guy who sells this stuff. You usually don't get that kind of information. So with that going on the way it's going on, everything is looking good. I really and truthfully believe that we are right on the verge of this happening. And we can only hope and pray. People, I want to talk to you right now about there's a lot of people in our group. And I know there's a couple new people on here. Mac and VDS. And guys, if you hear me talking about the big N, the hat, people like that, ask in chat and people will explain to you what we're talking about. We talk in some code because we're not allowed to say who the real president is. The guy that was just elected, we're not allowed to say his name. Or if we talk about the guy who never was but thinks he is, we call him Sleepy, and his running mate, worst running person running. Hi, Jana. And, it is what it is. And, what I want to talk about is the big N and big G, which, again, guys, code. Myrna and someone, if you want to know, they can fill you in on what it is. I think you would know, but, this is going to wipe out all debt. This is going to take care of absolutely everything. You're going to get your R&R money, which is going to be a huge amount. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but there's Iraqians living in the United States that have literally, off of this wars and everything that's went through with the United States being in Iraq, they have literally, sunny day in Ohio. It's sunny here too, but it's cold. Boy, it's cold. Hi, Cindy. But these people, they have arrested them. They have confiscated all their money. And I mean, it comes to an ungodly amount of trillions of dollars. There's like 25 or 30 of these people that they've got billions. They've made billions and billions, hundreds of billions. And it adds up to in the trillions. And all of this money, they say, is going to be dispersed back into the United States taxpayers. So does that mean when we get the R&R that what we were told we were going to get, now maybe we're going to get 3 or 4 times that? Is it going to work for the veterans, the disabled veterans, and the senior citizens that they're going to get? But it gets to a point where we have to ask ourselves, how much is enough? The main thing that we got to do when we go to all of this, the big N and the big G, the R&R, the money that was stolen from us, from them gambling our birth certificates, our marriage license, our divorce decrees. I didn't think, other than my kids and my grandkids, anything good could come out of my marriage. But now I find out that I'm even going to get paid because they sold my marriage license. Why didn't they sell it, right after my 2 kids was born? Why did they make me go through 20 more years of that? Holy crap. But it is what it is, right? And we got to just keep moving on. Oh, good, Mac. You just haven't come on and chatted? You guys are really amazing me. Because really, I'm just talking, trying to put a show together, to give some information you guys should know, and a few things about the beds. And I discussed this with Ron, if I should say it. We agreed, yeah, because people need to know. If you're a woman and you go get on the beds and there are certain parts that you want maybe worked on, make sure you wear either a black underwear and black bra. Sky Print says it's something about the black. It outlines your features better. If you're a man, I think I sounded like Jeff Foxworthy there. If you're a man that you want a little bit bigger, make sure you wear black underwear. I went out and bought mine. I'm not saying, maybe I just want my stomach smaller. I know what you naughty people were thinking. Edna, how are you doing today? From Ohio. But that is one thing. The beds are available now. They're just not booking. I think what they're doing right now is they're taking secretly. Hi, Ron. Good to see you. I think secretly they're taking care of the elderly that really, really need it bad. The people who really, really need it bad. And I think they're taking away the care of the kids. Now, one thing I want to set straight, and this is my opinion and Ron's opinion, and he's in chat, so you can ask him. He'll verify it from me. Sky Prince says, if you go to the bed and you are not in 5DG or whatever it is, if you're not up with your spirits, they'll know, and they will not allow you to go in right then. You have to get to a certain point. To me, I think that's just her trying to think she knows more. That's pretty cool. She gave me some hair to wear, guys. Do I look cute?
It's a ponytail hair.
It's a ponytail? Well, now I got a ponytail. Here, tell them hi.
Hi.
Tell them who you are.
I think Grandpa and
When's your birthday?
Hi, 2020.
Okay, go watch TV.
I need this in my hair.
I'll put it in when I get done here, okay? Okay. But as I was saying, I think that she said that. I don't know why. But guys, think about it. Think about kids. Think about where kids were. Okay? Tell me how they could have had the right frame of mind to go on them if she's saying the truth. Uncle Ron says hi. Oh, she's running, Ron. Hold on. Tell him hi.
I can't see
You
him.
can't see him. Just say hi, Uncle Ron.
Hi, Uncle Ron.
There you go. Uncle Ron's our buddy. We go over there. Hi, Beth. Robert, good to see you. We go over to Uncle Ron's usually every Friday, me and her, for lunch. But no, that's my feeling about them. And I don't know if I'm right, but I believe I believe going in there is going to be just like going in to the bank or the redemption center. The best attitude you go in there with, you're going to have questions. Some people are going to want it, the whole bag of wax. I mean, I think, and I seen a picture the other day when I was 28, 29 years old. I was married at 29. And I happened to see one of my wedding pictures the other day. I really thought I'd fed all of them to the mice. But I found one. And I wasn't happy. Not that I didn't like the way I looked. I mean, weight-wise and everything, I was a little bit heavy, not too bad. But I had a black, ugly mustache. And me and Ron's hung around pretty much our whole life. And he never grew a mustache. But I thought it was cool. And then I look at some of my old pictures that we still have left, because a lot of the pictures back in that era were burnt up in my mom's fire. And I think, no, I could have been a good-looking guy if I wouldn't have had that mustache. And then I go back to my senior year picture. I know a lot of you, as I've shared my senior year picture with you. But I go back to my senior year picture, and I'm in my suit, short hair, and I'm just all decked out. And I had some girls ask me later on, they're married, they got kids the same age as my kids when they was in school, and why didn't you ever ask me out of school? And I told them, because you was a bitch. Now remember, kids, this video is not made for kids. This video is made for adults, but kids can watch it under the supervision of parents, legal guardians, or grandparents, someone that gives you permission. So when I said that, and I said, and you know what I don't understand is I've looked at all the pictures of all the guys in our senior class, and I truthfully believe I was the best looking guy in our school. And if you don't believe me, ask me tomorrow, and I'll tell you the same thing. But see, you got to have confidence. And back in high school, I didn't have any. Ron didn't have any. We just wanted to get through school so we could get a factory job, so he could go to the Army, and he did. Me, I didn't go to the Army. Man, and you look at it, I would have went if I'd been drafted. Ron was drafted, Russ was drafted. The year I turned 19 in February, they abolished the draft. Hey, they also said that 19-year-olds was old enough to drink in a bar. I turned 19 35 days later. 2 years later, 35 days before I turned 21, they said you had to be 21 to drink in a bar again. I didn't really worry about it for them 35 days, that's 5 weeks. I really didn't worry about it, because when for 2 years you're going into the same bar if you wanted to have a drink, you didn't worry about stuff. You walked in, they handed you a beer, But, so I feel I was pretty fortunate. Sometimes I wish I would have went to the military, but, I got along so good with my mom and dad, I didn't want to leave them. Because I see what my mom and dad went through.
Grandpa,
What?
my daddy's here.
Okay, give me 3 minutes.
Okay.
I see what my mom and dad went through when Ron and my brother Russ went. Ron was in Germany and France, and Russ was in Vietnam. So in getting ready to close things down here, we're just in a situation where I think we're right on the verge of everything happening. I really do. I think you just have to be cool when you go to the med beds. Like I said, wear your black underwear if you're men, wear your black bikini, bathing suit. I think it has to be a two-piece, or just black underwear and black bra. Other than that, you don't have to worry about any other body parts. That will all be fixed. I seen a video today with a girl. Would you take me out? I'm 34 years old, very beautiful girl, but she was in a wheelchair. And some of the remarks that some of the guys were saying, if they stand in front of me, I'd just like to just take a ball bat and just, you know what you do with a ball bat. And I was pretty good at swinging one. But Nina's Cooking Show, welcome. But just go in there with confidence. Remember, when we get the 800 number, and don't worry about getting the 800 number, guys. Ron and myself will get it out to people. Bruce will get it out. If you're not signed up to anybody, go to Big Call Universe. Go to Big Call Universe on Google. Click on newsletter and put your email address in there, and you will get the 800 number. But the 800 number, a lot of people want to make it look like it's going to be tough to get. It's not. It's going to be very simple to get. Redemption Center closest to your zip code. You're going to need to take 2 proofs of identifications if you have them. If you have a passport, if you have a driver's license, that's great. ID card, whatever. You're going to need 2 proofs of your actual address, not your P.O. box, your address. And you dress, I go back to my Amway days on this. You dress for success. You don't have to wear a suit. Just make sure your clothes are clean. Make sure they don't smell. Make sure that you walk in with confidence. When you walk in that door, you shake their hand. You don't grab their hand. You don't squeeze their hand. You shake their hand. You're very polite. You're very courteous. And once all the introductions and that's over and you're sitting down and it's time for the meat and potatoes, remember, you're the star of the show. You're the star of the show. If you don't have a humanitarian project and you want to work with Patriot 5 and Patriot 6 humanitarian projects, tell them that's what you're going to be doing. If you don't have one and you don't want to work with us, tell them I just would like to pick one out of all the ones you have. You take the money and you do it. Be confident. And you're going to be, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to pull no wool over your eyes. You're going to be so scared. You're going to be so worried. You're going to be, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. No, but do not arrive more than 15 minutes early. Do not go there and sit. Get there, I'd say about 12 minutes early. Sit and compose yourself for about 2 minutes. And you're going to get out of that car and you're going to take that long, long walk. It's actually going to be just a few feet, but it's going to seem like it's going to take forever. Your legs are going to hurt. Your stomach is going to be queasy. And I'm just preparing you guys because all of this is going to happen. But then when you make contact, when you're the star of the show, it's all about you. Make sure you ask if you have dinar, you ask for the contract rate. And, even ask, I want the contract rate on everything I can get. On the things I can't get contract rate, I want the highest rate possible because they're going to think you really know what you're talking about. When all is said and done and they do this, then you're going to say, now, will you swear by signing this paper here that what you're giving me for everything I have is the highest possible rate? They're not going to lie to you, but you got to take control. You don't want to settle just for what they want to do. Take control. With that, guys, we've been on for 45 minutes. I'm sorry that it turned out the way it did. I didn't have the greatest of information, but I did catch you up on things I think you needed to know. With that, I'm going to say good night or good afternoon. I'll be back. I might be back Sunday afternoon, late after the Bears game, if something pops. And I really think there's a good possibility. But as the guy told me yesterday, he's looking. This is not a guy that goes out and does shows. This is a guy that sells currency. Hi, Amy. Amy, even if it's expired, it's still going to have your picture on it. They're going to see it's you. I would think you'll be okay. I would think. You know, when you're booking your appointment, you might want to ask that question. If not, just run to the DMV real quick and tell them you need a ID card. Boom, and you got it. Okay? Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend.
Look out the window.
I know.